Hello everyone, welcome to week 11 recap. This is horizontal because I want to tell a bit more about my days, so I hope you all enjoy. Day 1, woke up, went to school, had 4-hour exam called Math Commun, and I feel like I did okay, but then had lunch, history, geography, talk about Troisième République, had an hour of free period, then 2 hours of math class, back to basketball practice, which was pretty chill. Then went home, had delicious quiche, and went to bed after reading. Day 2, woke up, had English class, had computer class, which we talked about a data project where we would use public data to create like an interface and made our groups. Then had lunch, played some basketball during lunch break, had German class, which is still very boring for me, had an hour of break in which I studied for science evaluation, then had the science evaluation on Sound of Music, which I think I did okay on. Then went home with Buzz, watched YouTube, did workout, played some basketball, and had delicious galettes for dinner. It's like probably one of the favorite French foods. Day 3, woke up, did my workout, had economy class in the morning, started talking about delinquents. Then had a 15-minute reading period because that's like what happens every single day in the week before vacation. Had French class, then had 3 hours of free period in which I started editing my video, played some GeoGuessr, then had lunch and played a lot of basketball for like 1.5 hours. Then had more French class, talking about document analysis, and we started watching a film about a book. Came home with Bus, played some basketball, watched YouTube, and had pretty delicious dinner, finished editing my video, played some 2K, and then went to bed. Day 4, woke up, went to school, had a raincoat on since it was raining, had math evaluation, which I didn't study for, so I think I did pretty bad, but still not going to be graded. Had science class, learning about hearing, then history, in which we learned about Troisième République and its scandals, in which like a Jewish officer was falsely judged. Then had lunch, played some basketball after, had more history. We talked about the same thing, had hour of break, then German class, went home and then went to basketball practice. There's like a 10-minute gap before coming home and going again. Was pretty good, was like 3-on-3 action since like basically the season's over. Came home, prepared pasta for everyone and had a nice evening. Made my first protein shake here in France and study for NSI or computer evaluation, which was on day 5. Speaking of that, day 5, woke up a bit later since French class was cancelled, so school starts at 9. I had a chill morning, went to English class, which was pretty boring. Had our computer evaluation, which I think I did fine on, at least passing grade, which is 10 out of 20. Then went out to eat to Pôle Sud, which is like the nearest shopping mall, with my friend Didion and Jules. And we went to Burger King, which was good for that time and also pretty inexpensive, but after my stomach was quite upset. So probably gonna stick to not really going to fast food that often. Then had 2-hour volleyball class or gym class, which was this time pretty fun. Went home, then I bought new shoes because the old ones were tearing. Came home with bike, of course, bike all there. Watched Petit Spirou, which is like a movie. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. It wasn't the greatest. It's about like a child discovering love and how to be creative and such. That was after dinner. Then watched more YouTube and finished a film called Medieval, which I would not recommend. It's just like basic medieval fighting with no real storyline. But the characters were pretty interesting and the Wikipedia pages are just better than the movie itself, I would say. They give more information and are more interesting to read. Day 6, woke up, slept until pretty late, until like 9 o'clock, then went to Espace Jeune, with my host mother, where I would be spending mornings and maybe afternoons here in Berthoud whilst my parents are working, and everyone was really kind, was pretty positive. Then for lunch I went back, had my lunch, and then went off to my friend Didien's game. It was Haute-Goulaine versus Basse-Goulaine, so pretty close he plays for Basse-Goulaine. Sadly they lost 4-2. Then biked back home, which is like 30-minute bike ride. Ate dinner, played some 2K, and watched Surlèvement, which is like Chinese movie about like them defending off Japanese and like raiders and starting an army. It's pretty bullshit. It's like basically the same as Medieval. Would not very much recommend. Fell asleep to reading after. Day 7, woke up pretty late, then prepared sandwiches and went with my older host brother and of course like all the other family to the beach, which is like an hour away from here with car. I believe it was a town called Saint-Michel. Chef had lunch because we arrived at like 1 o'clock. Then went to the beach and I built this beautiful sand house and had a pretty nice time. Then at like 4 o'clock we spent like 3 hours at the beach. We went to the village and found a creperie in which I got a crepe, which then after returned to the car and went home. After we came home, I called family and friends, played some 2K, ate dinner, and watched The Outlaw King, which is about middle-age war between Scotland and England, in which England tries to take over Scotland. And it's pretty well done. It's just that's it for the recap. I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next week.